Your thoughts on the 5 Pro Bowl guys?
Yeah, man, I wish there was more. I wish CeeDee would have got in there. I think, missing the 4 games certainly got him. But, again, what could you say about Brandon, and Tim, just the weapon he is for us and what he can create for us, the field position and the kicking game, and then obviously the ability to generate points. Dak, incredible year. He's playing great. Just, his accomplishments are not surprising. Tyler Smith, again, you speak to Tyler Smith, you just talk about going from left guard to left tackle. Certainly what he's done, this really entire year is just amazing. And then you get Q, who, again, we're just really fortunate to have. And I feel like, again, he's, hopefully trending to be back this week. And the last one was, I should know this, GP. Yeah, that's just GP. I think, what he's done for us has been incredible, and but all those guys very deserving. And again, I think find a way to win a few more games, and we would have had more guys.
And along those lines, obviously more offense than defense. You may not agree with this. In your first year, as head coaches are either offensive guys or defensive guys, and they eventually become head coaches. You seem very willing to take responsibility on offense, a little less critical of the defense. Do you need to do anything, or do you see yourself doing anything become more of a defensive guy next year, and where the defense has the same share of responsibility in your mind?
Yeah, I think the starting point, the answer is absolutely in every regard. Part of being the head coach of a football team is that you have to oversee everything. You're involved in personnel, you're involved in all really day-to-day operations, but when you talk about the actual football that goes on, it's really all 3 phases. It's not just offense, it's defense, it's special teams. As I look back on year 1, and we'll evaluate this after the season goes, finding those pockets of time where you can go in and spend, more time with Nick and just talk about some of the plans for special teams. We, of course, have meetings. We talk about things, but there's probably, different ways to do that. And I'll certainly spend time this offseason talking to some of my mentors and people around the league that have been doing this for a while and just kind of see how they do it. But the answer is I'm always looking to grow, and, I want to take that next step.
Clarence O'Deal, Cowboys. Going back to Pickens for a second. Obviously, the Pro Bowl is kind of an exclamation point on the type of season he's had. Did you expect him to do this, play this well? I mean, he's never made the Pro Bowl before. He's never had these numbers before. I know you had high hopes, but I don't know if you expected to go this well.
I can't say that I really have thought about it. I knew we were getting a great player. I knew that the people that had talked about his past and what he was like, which to me, I'll start there. I always want to start there with George because he's just such a lovable guy and he's so fun to be around, and he's just GP. But I think the production comes because of the way he's worked. I think his connection with Dak is awesome. But again, CeeDee deserves a lot of credit as well, and that's why I think when I talked about CeeDee earlier, I mean, these guys draw attention away from one another, and I think their relationship is very, very important. So I think the numbers speak for themselves, but I didn't have hey, he's going to go for 1,200, 1,400, whatever it is. I just knew we were getting a great player.
How do you balance things with GB? Because you've talked about him missing some things, certainly he was late in Vegas, and I'm sure he's been fined for missing things. How do you balance disciplining for those things and the way he plays and with the rest of the team?
Yeah, again, I'm the same guy every day. If you are late for something, you get fined. It doesn't matter whether your name is Pickens, Prescott, Smith, Osa. I mean, they all get fined the same. And we've got a pretty good process of how we do that. And, we're aware of when they're here and what they've got going on. And but my biggest thing, Clarence, is I just have real conversation with these guys. And I explain to them, look, I don't want to take your money. I'm really not taking your money. You're taking your money. And it's funny because different guys view it different ways. And I think but they appreciate the conversation, the honest conversation. And sometimes they have real reasons that they miss things, and sometimes they don't.
God. You want to tell us the ones that they don't have?
Yeah, that's a story for after the season.
Todd Archer.
Yeah, housekeeping. That's nice. Yeah.
Todd Archer with ESPN. You mentioned
the Glazer. The Glazer. Do you know what that means? I just learned that. I literally had to learn that. Yeah, my kids. Yeah.
You know what it means?
Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, the players use it all the time. That's the only reason I know.
Lizzie Glade.
Nice.
Sorry. I know. It's like the soda yesterday. It's like the soda.
You mentioned CeeDee and missing the games that he's
Yep.
missed. Can you imagine what the numbers he would have put up and the impact that would have had on wins and losses if he didn't miss those games?
Yeah, you think about it, because he's such a great player. And, I'll say this, too. He probably came back faster than he should have. And that shows you how much he loves this team. He loves this game. He wants to play. And, nothing that he does surprises me. But, yeah, it's scary to think, was it 5 straight years, I think, with over 1,000 yards? I think that's right. But, yeah, missing 4 games. And, the guy's just an incredible player.
And then stay in that position group. What's happened to Jaylen Tolbert? He goes from 7 touchdown catches to now inactive and largely forgotten.
Yeah. Again, I think you look at the growth of the position. I love JT. I have, really good conversation with JT. This has been hard on him, honestly. Just share that with you guys. I love the young man. He certainly can play in this league, but I do think part of it is, we want to use Terp in some regards because of the speed and athleticism he has. And part of it is the fact that a guy like Ryan Flournoy has developed at a high rate. And, you can see the position battle that we have there. And so I tell these guys always be ready, and JT's a guy that will always be ready. And when he is given the call to play, if he's given the call to play, he'll be ready to go, and we won't hesitate to call his number.
John Machado with The Athletic. What would you say is the key to getting a team prepared in only really probably 2 days as opposed to having a full week?
Do what you do well. Try to carry over things that you've had up over the last couple weeks. Some you called, some you didn't. Be smart with their bodies. We'll run for, like I said, 6 to 8 plays today, full speed, to get them moving a little bit. But what you don't want to do is beat yourself by trying to scheme things up. We can't do that. They really can't do that, although they had the extra day and they don't have to travel. But I think it's that. You focus on execution and doing things you do well. And, you obviously have to have a plan to take care of their great players, which they've got a number of great players, whether it's Payne and, Wagner and Luvu, or, McLaurin and Samuels. And certainly we have to stop the run. They're running the ball really, really well. But focus on us. Have a simple but tight plan that you can execute.
And then how much do you, if at all, go back to the Week 7 game and pull from that at all?
Yeah, it's different now. I mean, we look at some things, but, with DQ calling it now, you can still see Joe Witt's got a huge influence on what they're doing. Love both those guys, but we went back and we looked at it. But, again, it's been looking more at the stuff that DQ has started to call since he's taken over.